bellas, welcome back to Gypsy in the City TV. As most of you all know, last summer I decided to color my hair and I went from a jet black to a medium blonde. Well, as you can see in this video, it's been a long time since I touched up these roots, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to show you how you can get your very own salon quality results hair color at home. Now, I know a lot of you are intimidated by coloring your hair, but I really wanted to make this video to show you how easy it is and how affordable it is to really do your own color at home. So if you want to know how to do it yourself and get those beautiful salon quality results right at home, then just keep watching this video. So here we are at my local beauty supply. They have a pretty large selection of products, so I decided to come here to buy my hair dye. And the hair dye that I'm using is from the Wella Color Charm line. The Wella Color Charm line and I go way back. I actually used to use these products to dye my hair bright red when I was in college. Right around the corner from my school there was a Sally's beauty supply. So I would go to Sally's and I would buy my hair color at the time, which was that bright red, and I would color my own hair in my dorm with no problem. At the time I wasn't super knowledgeable or experienced in hair coloring, but I felt extremely comfortable enough to be able to do it on my own with this line because it's just so simple and easy to use. In order to color your hair at home, you're going to need some essential products, of course, and the first being your hair color. Since I'm just going to be touching on my roots today, I know exactly what color I'm going to be getting from the Wella Color Charm line, and that is going to be the color number 7N/711, which is a medium blonde. A huge tip that I want to give you guys when purchasing your hair color is to always try to go for the cream form. They are just generally less messy than the liquid form, and I personally feel that they apply better. In my case, the beauty supply store didn't have my color available in cream, so I just ended up getting the liquid. So the next thing you're going to need is developer, which is what is actually going to activate and develop the color. With the Wella Color Charm line, you have two options for developer, and that's going to be either the clear liquid developer or the cream developer. And you're just going to read the back of the actual hair color that you purchase for the instructions on which developer to buy and the level as well. Lastly, for the actual coloring process, you're going to be needing a few items, which are going to be some gloves to protect your hands. You're going to need a mixing bowl and brush for the cream color, and if you're using a liquid color, then you want to purchase an applicator bottle that you can actually mix the product in and put it in your hair. Now that you have all your hair coloring goodies, you're going to head home, of course, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to separate your hair into 4 sections, as I'm doing above. Now you have two options when coloring your hair. You can either wash your hair, then towel dry it and proceed to apply the color, or you can do how I'm doing and just apply the color on old hair. Some additional tips when coloring your hair at home would be to wear an old t-shirt, of course, that you can easily get in and out of, and also to apply Vaseline around the edges and perimeters of your face and behind your ears and in the back of your neck to make sure that you don't get any hair color on your actual skin. Okay, so let's do a really quick rundown. You got your old dirty t-shirt on, you got your Vaseline around your edges, and your hair is divided into 4 equal parts. You're ready to rock. Let's do this! Now, as far as mixing, I think this is the part where people actually freak out the most because they're like, I'm not a professional, I don't know how to mix all these colors, like what am I supposed to do? And this is probably the easiest part, especially when it comes to the Wella Color Charm line, because the entire line has a very economical 2-to-1 ratio. So what do I mean when I say 2-to-1? Well, as you can see in the video, I went ahead and I poured the actual hair color into the bowl. So now, to make it even easier for you to understand what that means, I'm just going to go ahead and pour the developer into the same little container where the actual color was, and I'm going to pour that into the bowl. So I did that once here, and I'm going to go ahead and repeat that and do that twice and pour it back into the same bowl. And that is what they mean by the 2-to-1 ratio. As I mentioned before, the beauty supply didn't have the color that I needed in cream form, so I ended up getting the liquid form. So normally I would have mixed this in an applicator bottle, which is super easy to do. You just do the same process that I did, but you're gonna put this in an actual plastic bottle. They didn't have my color, so I just got the liquid, but I feel comfortable using, the bowl and the brush because I find that it gives me a better application. So I'm just gonna use the bowl and the brush, even though things might get a little messy. I'm just warning you. I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video when I was in the beauty supply, but if you have long hair and it also happens to be thick, please make sure that you buy an additional bottle of color because you're going to end up using 2 bottles of color because you have so much hair. So make sure that you're adequately supplied with your actual products, okay guys? Great, so that color's mixed, you're ready to begin. And before we start, I really want to remind you guys that I am not a licensed cosmetologist. I am not a professional, but I have years of experience coloring my hair and I'm really comfortable with it. And with that being said, I really want to let you guys know that if you're going to do a drastic color change, I highly recommend that you visit a professional. I only recommend coloring your hair at home if you're going to be touching up your roots or if you're going either 1 to 2 shades lighter or darker than your normal hair color. If you're doing a huge transition, then I highly recommend that you see a professional and then you learn how to upkeep your hair from there. But like I said, if you're going to do something drastic, just save yourself the time and money and see a professional. Finally, we've begun the coloring process, and another great tip that I can give you is to always start at the back of your head first and then work your way up. If you're dyeing your hair for the first time, you want to make sure that you get your hairline and your roots first, and then you want to work your way down and apply that color to the rest of your hair. However, if you're just touching up your roots, how I am, then you only want to apply that color to your new growth. You don't have to apply that new color to your entire head unless you're changing colors or maybe the color is a little different. But if you're just touching up your roots, then the only thing you want to do at this point is just apply that color to your actual new growth. If you're wondering why it looks like certain parts of my hair are already dyed but my roots aren't, is because, as most of you know, my best friend is a cosmetologist and she was the one who actually lightened my hair to this color. And from her recommendation, she recommended that I dye, the mid portion of my hair the same color but using a level 30 developer, and then to actually dye my new growth and roots with a level 20. And that's what I did. So I just wanted to show you guys that process really quickly, but the overall dyeing process is still going to be the same. When you're dyeing your hair, you want to make sure that you're covering literally every little inch and section and nook and cranny of your hair. You want to make sure that you're getting that color in there, and don't be afraid to use the back of your brush, the pointy end, as sort of like a comb to slice, different parts of your hair into parts as I'm doing here, and really make sure that you're getting that color in those spaces. For those of you chicas who still have virgin hair or maybe a little bit intimidated by this whole coloring process still and are very hesitant to commit to something so permanent, there's also a demi-permanent option available. So with the Wella Color Charm line, they have the demi-permanent cream color, and they have 22 shades that you can choose from. There's no ammonia, so the color results are more gentle, and it's really ideal for first-time color users because it allows you to change your hair color without the commitment of a permanent color, because the color does end up washing out after a certain amount of washes. So I highly recommend this route if you're a little bit intimidated by the whole permanent hair color but still want a little bit of change. After the color has been applied to your hair, just go back in there with your fingers and kind of massage your scalp and make sure that the color has been evenly distributed. And also by massaging your scalp, you're activating the heat and you're activating the color. So make sure you just work that color into your hair. Throughout this video, I don't know if you guys have noticed how brassy my hair is. And when I say brassy, I mean how orangey it looks. So while I was at the beauty supply, I also picked up a Wella toner in the number T18. And what this toner is going to do is just going to neutralize that brassiness and take away that orangey look from the hair color. Just like the rest of the products in this line, this toner was extremely affordable. It only cost me $3.49. And I love using this toner because it really does remove the brassiness from your hair, and you're just left with that perfect color every time. And as you can see, it's very easy to mix, still with the same 2-to-1 ratio, and you apply it to your hair just how you would apply any hair dye. But you want to make sure that you cover your entire head with it, and then you wash it out, and voila, you're left with a beautiful neutralized, color. This is great for blondes. These are my final results using the Wella Color Charm Liquid Permanent Hair Color in 7N. As you can see, the color looks amazing. I also got a new cut, so my hair looks really good right now. I absolutely love the color. I think it's perfect for summertime. If I want to go a little bit lighter, maybe I'll add a couple of more highlights to really bring out that base color. But I absolutely love this medium blonde color. What do you guys think? Now for the most exciting part about this entire video. So Wella is actually doing an amazing giveaway for you guys, and I'm so excited. I think this is probably one of the best giveaways that I have ever hosted. So basically what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna tweet me at Gypsy in the City. I'll include my handle below. You're gonna tweet me your hair color inspiration and a hair color that you aspire to create on your own. And you're gonna tweet me that picture with the hashtag Wella Color Charm. You're gonna write that to me on Twitter. I'm gonna be able to select 10 winners to receive the ultimate Wella Color Charm collection, along with a $100 gift card to Sally's Beauty Supply. So I am so excited. I cannot wait to see you guys' picture. This contest is gonna run from I'm gonna go ahead and select 10 winners. So make sure that you guys are tweeting me those pictures. Like I said, my handle is at Gypsy in the City. Don't forget to use the hashtag Wella Color Charm. And I can't wait to see your pictures and select the winners. Good luck, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.